On today's JMO with Josh and Joe, we have the boys are back in studio. We're back. Took a little bit of a break.
Yeah,
bit of a break.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, but we're back. We recap briefly on what happened the past year.
Yep.
There was some fun. We had some fun.
Yeah.
There was quite a few things. We go into our NFL preview. Talk about our Raggedy Saints.
Yes.
The poor old Aints.
Saints are not marching in.
No, they're marching backwards, whatever that is. We go through our predictions. We go through the division predictions. We go through the conference championship predictions and Super Bowl predictions. There's a couple of good ones. We disagree on a couple of them, so that's always nice.
I mean, we can't be twins all the time.
Not all the time, no. Then we go into our college football preview. We recap week 0. Finally, great to see some college football back on the TV.
It's back.
We dive into our LSU preview because, we're two Cajun boys from South Louisiana. We got to talk about LSU.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. And then we preview a couple of the big games from week 1. We don't preview all of them, but we could preview a couple of the big games from week 1. Then we go through our conference champions. The big conference, the main ones. Then we talk about the most important news of all time.
Yeah.
The most important news of all time.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. We have a new intro for y'all, so be sure to check it out and enjoy it. Let's rock and roll.
Turn it up. It's JMO with Josh and Joe. Let's start the show. Feel the rush, don't take it slow. It's JMO with Josh and Joe.
Welcome to JMO with Josh and Joe. It is Tuesday, August 26th. And Joe, feels good to be back, man.
It does feel good to be back.
Really good to be back. It's been a little bit of we took a break, a little vacation. It was a year-long vacation.
A hiatus?
Yeah.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, I mean, we were busy. You got married.
Yes.
I moved like 3 times.
Yeah.
We both moved like 3 times. It was, we did a lot of things. We still kept up with the sports. We just didn't talk about it as much.
Yeah, we kind of had a nomad year.
Yeah,
we were just kind of traveling from house to house.
Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes you need to do that. I discovered something about myself.
Oh, what was that?
I miss talking about sports.
Same here. Same here.
That's what I figured out. But anyways, just quick recap of what happened last year, real quick. Just want to go through it before we get to a college preview and a NFL preview.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State bought a national championship.
Okay, that checks out.
That happened. They bought a national championship. Their $21 million roster won.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Ryan Day. You're not going to get fired because if you didn't do at least make it to the championship game, I think he would have been fired.
Well, given the circumstances that he lost to Michigan that year,
exactly.
And then there was no saving his job except for a national championship, and he got it.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. And Michigan didn't do it. They did it without cheating. They beat Ohio State without cheating.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, Ohio State won. Florida back on top of the basketball world. That
was wild.
That was wild. I did not see that coming. That was a great game against Houston. I think the score was 65-63. Incredible defensive performance. So yeah, kudos to the Florida Gators back on top.
I had to check the calendar and make sure it wasn't 2008.
Yeah. Because oh no, UConn didn't win the year before. They won. No, they didn't. They won
a couple years back, but
yeah,
UConn
Florida.
Being relevant again.
Florida back on top. Yeah. I don't know. OKC won the NBA championship, which crazy. How that series went to 7 games against Indiana is beyond me because it's just a testament to how resilient Indiana is because that OKC team is dominant. They were dominant. It was easy money every time I bet them.
Yeah. No, they're a dominant team, but Indiana's a fun team to watch.
Yeah, dude, they're so fast.
They're so fast. There was no lead that was safe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could get up 20, 30 points. It didn't matter. Indiana Pacers could come back.
Yep. Rick Carlisle, I think he got an extension, right?
Yeah. Better.
Yeah, it was a well-deserved extension.
He better.
Good for him. Yeah. You know, Mark Dangle, well done, brother. Well done. He did a good job coaching that team.
He might have the start of a dynasty going on.
That's what people are saying. I mean, as long as he keeps that core group with SGA leading, I think he's got a easy chance to win like maybe three of the next 6.
Yeah. Was that a Presti flex?
What's the Presti flex?
The general manager for OKC.
What did he do?
No, like Sam Presti.
Oh,
I mean,
gotcha.
Like, was that a flex? Because I mean, of all the teams he's been able to, put together, like the years with the KD, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden, and then like he basically gets all that ripped away from him, and then he just built another team.
Yeah. Maybe maybe they need to. The Pelicans need to learn a few things.
Yeah.
From Mr. Presti flex. I like that. We need to make that a thing. Another thing I had was Scotty Scheffler is a wagon by himself. He's a wagon.
He's like all of the above.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, it's maybe not quite, but it's almost like watching mid-2000s Tiger. Like it's just you bet on him anytime there's a tournament coming up because more than likely he's gonna win or place top 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. He's favored to win everything. It's almost not even worth betting on him because he's minus 150.
Yeah.
Going in minus 150, minus 225 after Saturday, and he's not even in the lead. Like, come on. What am I supposed to do with that?
It's wild.
We had one of the greatest tennis matches of all time between Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz in the French Open.
Yep.
Holy shit. Sinner he had triple match point or something in the third set?
Mm-hmm.
Triple match point, third set. Carlos Alcaraz came back to win. Unbelievable. And then Carlos Alcaraz, have you seen him in the U.S. Open?
A little bit.
He cut his hair.
It
looks terrible.
Ooh.
It looks awful.
Is that going to have the Samson effect?
Dude, what if he loses in the first or second round?
He just drops off the face of the earth.
Oh, cut his hair. And you know what? It's like coming from a guy like myself who doesn't have very much hair and doesn't have good hair, it pisses me the fuck off when I see a guy like Carlos Alcaraz with perfect hair and he just whacks it all off.
Ungrateful little bitch.
Yeah, little fucking shit. Little shit. But yeah, that was an incredible comeback. And then Jannik Sinner ended up winning Wimbledon. He beat Carlos Alcaraz in the championship of Wimbledon. Got his revenge. I love that rival.
I think we've got the duo powerhouses.
The Federer versus Nadal.
Yeah. Well, I think back in that time there was Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic.
Yeah, Djokovic kind of came a little after, but yeah, it was
like a 3-headed monster.
Yeah, but we got a nice little rivalry going. The Eagles won the Super Bowl. They were a wagon. That was insane. Yeah. I mean, Saquon had one of the coolest plays of all time.
That was a Howie Roseman flex.
Yes, that was a Roseman flex. Okay,
yeah.
So we got the Presti flex and the Roseman flex. We just need to... we'll talk about the Saints soon. Just talk about GMs. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Florida won the Stanley Cup.
Big year for Florida.
Yeah, big year for Florida. It's just weird. They've won 2 Stanley Cups in a row, I think. Yeah, the state of Florida has won two or three Stanley Cups in a row or something like that because the Lightning were good too.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't really pay much attention to hockey. I just know Florida Panthers.
Who would have thought the state of Florida would be a powerhouse for hockey?
For hockey, they don't even I don't even know when the last time it snowed there was.
Right.
It's stupid. Anyways, let's get on to our NFL preview. Unless you had something, you have anything else on that?
I think that covered everything. I like that little wrap.
Yeah. NFL preview. Let's start with the Saints. Just rip the Band-Aid off, get it out of the way. I'm going to try and be positive. This is a culture-building year for the Saints.
That was very politically correct.
Yes, it is a culture-building year. My advice to Saints fan is find something else to do on Sunday. Maybe focus on your fantasy team. I've joined like 4 Survivor leagues. I have another betting league. I have 3 fantasy football leagues. I'm just gonna find something else to do to preoccupy my time on Sundays, because it's not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be pretty week in, week out.
Yeah, we need to go find some sort of organization or center that you can adopt other teams for the year.
Yeah.
Adopt a team.
Adopt a team. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And you just like wear like jerseys that like, you know, it shows it maybe has like some sort of pink or blue ribbon on the top, and it's like, you know, all the fan bases feel bad. They're like, oh man, you know, hey, sorry to hear about your loss. Where are you coming from? And it's like, we're coming from New Orleans.
You know how you have like rescue pets? We're rescue fans.
We're rescue fans.
Yeah, we need a new home.
Yes.
We need a new home because the abuse that we are going through is unbearable. We cannot take it anymore, so we just need we need to be rescued.
Yeah,
that's pretty much, because I mean, like, we finally dropped Jake Haener. That was amazing. I was celebrating when we did that.
Yeah.
The problem is our best quarterback on our roster is our head coach.
It's true. That's true.
That's how bad it is. I don't like, people are excited about Rattler. I'm not, but I do think it is the right move for the Saints and Kellen Moore.
Do you think that we could possibly do what the NBA did back in the day and have like player coaches? Maybe just put some pads on Kellen Moore. Is that what he's like building up to?
Maybe. We need to. The main thing is just we need to let's put pads on Mickey Loomis and get him out there. And he's so old and frail that his body will just break, and then he'll have to retire.
Oh, you're trying to get rid of him.
Oh yeah. Mickey Loomis is the cancer.
In my opinion, I think he's
kind of a moron.
I think the thing is where you can trick him is that with his ego being so big and not thinking that he ever has to rebuild, that he always has a good team on his. He's not a flex. He's not a flex for a general manager.
No.
But he always has that ego thinking he has a team that he can win with when he doesn't, obviously.
He's delusional.
You can convince him that he still has it in him to play. That's how you put the pads on.
Yep. That's how you get the pads on.
Yeah.
He's just... It's tough. He just keeps making these stupid fucking decisions, and you're just like, what are we doing here? I love that he's still, like, before Derek Carr went out, he still thought he had a chance to win the Super Bowl. Like, he was gearing on up for another run.
Yeah, like Derek Carr was actually an MVP quarterback, which honestly, he did end up being an MVP quarterback for us. He just did it by retiring and saving us a bunch of money in the cap space.
You know what? Derek Carr is a good guy.
He's a great guy.
He's a good guy.
He's a great guy.
Much better guy than he is a quarterback. He's terrible. Oh my God.
We're big Derek Carr fans now.
Big Derek Carr guys now. Yeah, love Derek Carr now that he's not on the team. But yeah, this is a culture building year. Here's what I'm looking for. I know we're going to start off slow. We have basically a college offensive line. Rattler is not the guy. We've seen it last year. We're going to see it again this year. I do like the decision to put him in and then bring in Ryan Shook later. Tyler Shook. Jesus Christ.
It's not like it matters.
No, he's going to be gone. Bring in Tyler Shook. I think everybody needs to do that. Like like the Giants, for instance, they need to obviously start Russell Wilson or Jameis something and then bring Jackson Dart in.
Yeah.
Same with Joe Flacco and the Cleveland Browns. You start Joe Flacco and then he's going to peter out because he's 40 years old?
There's only going to be a few quarterbacks that are going to be NFL ready at the start of the season.
Correct. And then like you throw in your rookies. So like I think it takes a lot of the pressure off of the rookies. If they start week 1, it's way more pressure than they need as opposed to going in week 4, week 5. You know, when we're 0-4, we're going to throw our rookie in. If he does not do well, it's okay because we're done with the season anyways.
And colleges aren't running complex pro offenses anymore.
Correct.
They basically are a one-read option type of play. It's like a read-pass option, which, I mean, is good, and you see that the NFL has adopted it in recent years. But most of the time, you want to have a quarterback that's able to read the defense and go through progressions, and you just don't see that on the college level much anymore.
Not as much. No, you got it with the top teams, but yeah. It's. But yeah, culture building year. I want to see weeks. Let's say 14 through 18. Give me like 2 or 3 wins.
Okay.
If we can get a couple of wins going down the stretch at the end of the season, yes, maybe week 18 we play. Who did we play last? Atlanta or Tampa? Maybe we play Tampa and they're resting all their starters. Who cares? I don't care. If we can just collect a couple of wins towards the end of the season, I'll be happy because that means something changed. That means we got better. I don't want to see if we go 0-17, we may have to actually get rescued.
It's not going to actually be a standings thing. That's going to be wins for us. It's going to be like the little wins.
Yes. You know what? If we could just win a game that we're not supposed to win.
Yeah.
Like maybe beat the Bucks week 14 or whenever we play them later in the season.
Or just see some progression in players. Let's see maybe some progression in our offense and our quarterback throughout the season. Let's see, some rookies make some standout plays. It's going to be the small wins.
Yes, we're going to get the little small W's.
Just the little small W's. It kind of reminds me of the Savannah Bananas. You know how the Savannah Bananas have been getting televised recently? I've actually went and saw their game. It's amazing. If you have a chance to go,
they're great.
Go out to see them. They're a fun time. But they also they have runs scored, but they also have points. And so that's what we're trying to go for. We're trying to go for as many points as we can.
Yes.
All those stylish tricks or something, something that flashes potential for us. That's what we're going for.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we should put on a Savannah Bananas show. I mean, we're diversifying our cheerleaders. So
Yep.
We just.
Well, we cut one of the male cheerleaders.
Oh, we did?
We cut Jake Hayner.
Oh, okay. I did not. Cool. This is news to me. But yeah, let's just say, how about maybe, the Rams in LA or the Buccaneers in Tampa or one of those. We actually don't have that hard of a schedule, but if we could win one of those games that we're not supposed to win, I'd be happy to.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be one of those. Yeah, just get through the season.
Yep.
Just get through the season. I did want to do a couple of predictions. Go through each division, get our division winners, our conference winners, and our Super Bowl picks. Just because it's been preseason, we don't really have too much. My phone's getting blown up by notifications from Adam Schefter telling me, this nobody that I've never heard of just got dropped. Yeah, and that's pretty much been what preseason's all been. Nobody cares. So, let's start with the AFC. Who do you have coming out of the AFC East, Joe? What do you think?
AFC East, this one's probably kind of more of an easier one. I mean, it's been ruled by the Bills. I think it's going to be ruled by the Bills again.
I agree. The Bills, the Jets, too many question marks. The Patriots, maybe, but everybody is so high on Drake May, and I can kind of see it, but at the same time, I don't.
It's too early.
It's too early. I do love Vrabel, and I think he's a great coach, and I think he's gonna do stuff. But maybe give him a season.
This is like a turnaround season. This is they sneak into the playoffs and surprise people by the way that they perform this year. I bet my money on next year.
Yeah.
If I could do a future for next year division winner, I'd do the Patriots.
Yep. And then the Miami Dolphins are gonna be a giant dumpster fire.
I am predicting a giant dumpster fire.
I mean, Mike McDaniels wants to die. You saw that press conference?
I did. I did.
He wants to die.
Yeah. He's every day is closer to us dying. Mm-hmm. When you're quoting that, you're feeling the heat.
You're in South Beach with some of the most attractive women and the head coach of a beloved Miami Dolphins team, and you are counting down the days until you die. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
That just tells you everything you need to know. All right, AFC West. Let's see what. AFC West. Oh, this is a good one because a lot of people are trying to make bold predictions, and I think I'm going to stick with the Chiefs.
You're going to stick with the Chiefs?
I like the Chargers and I like the Broncos, and I trust. I think Sean Payton's going to do really well, but I'm going to go with the Chiefs. The Chiefs find a way to get it done.
Yeah, I was contemplating on this one. Between the bold pick or Kansas City. And Kansas City does make an argument, especially that they have a chip on their shoulder this year. Mm-hmm. They're just coming off of a championship loss. That's it's kind of unlike them. They missed out on a triple title. Yeah, three-peat? No, not the three-peat.
No, not the three-peat. It would have been 3 and 4 years or something.
I was thinking Georgia or something like that. Never mind. Anyways, but I think they'll come off with a chip on their shoulder. But I went with the bold pick. I went with the Denver Broncos.
You went with Denver? Okay. That means it's not a bad pick. Bo Nix looked really good at the end of the season last year. They brought everybody back, or most of them back.
The defense is nasty.
Defense is good. And Sean Payton's offense, especially give Bo Nix another year with him. Oh my gosh, it'll be. Yeah, that's not a bad pick. Let's see, AFC North. I think this one's pretty. No, okay, it's not. It's not as obvious as most people would think. I'm picking the Ravens for sure. Because I don't trust the Bengals defense.
Yeah, no. When the Bengals decide that they actually do have to play defense and actually draft defense is when I might reconsider this. But I can still consider them as a playoff team, but pick the Ravens as the division winner.
Correct.
It's just it is still the safe bet. They're still in that Super Bowl window with Lamar, and they're actually they do make smart moves, unlike the Bengals, to keep that Super Bowl window open. Give me the Ravens.
They got Trey Henderson back. Didn't they sign him? They signed him to Did they sign him?
They did. They did. They actually just recently. I think it was either.
I think everybody's signed except for Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
As of Tuesday, August 26th, everybody's signed except for Michael Parsons.
That is right. That's right. Because Trey Henderson just got that deal for up to $30 million for this year.
Yeah, $30 million. That's basically a franchise tag, which is whatever. But yeah, no, I got Baltimore. You're gonna stick with the Ravens as well. Let's see the AFC South. This is a good one. Because I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to actually win this division.
Ooh.
I think that the chemistry between Trevor Lawrence and Brian Thomas Jr., Travis Hunter coming in, new coach. I'm not a big ETN guy, but they got Tank Bigsby behind him. And then who's that rookie that they just drafted behind Tank?
Tutelage.
Yeah, Tutelage. He's King Tut.
King Tut.
I like the Jacksonville Jaguars. I really do. They have a decent defense. I think the Houston Texans are kind of they strike me as like a weird vibe right now.
It's not like a stronghold as they probably should be.
Correct.
With an experienced quarterback, the third-year quarterback, C.J. Stroud, and a good head coach like D'Amico Ryans. But yeah, no, it wasn't my most confident picking the Texans to win the South, but. Because it's still kind of open, and I mean, who knows?
They don't have what?
It depends on what Cam Ward does with Tennessee. They could make some noise. A rookie quarterback's been known to make some noise his first year.
Yep.
C.J. Stroud,
Jaden Daniels.
I
don't mind. I kind of like the Tennessee Titans. Honestly, they're not. I don't think they're gonna make like a big playoff push or anything like that. But they might be a fun team.
Yeah, they're not gonna be like down in the dumps like I think people are saying that they will be.
And I mean, like Houston, like they don't have Stephon Diggs anymore. Tank Dell has injuries. Like they pretty much are relying on Nico Collins. And then what's up with Joe Mixon?
I think he's out for 4 weeks, but they're going to replace him with a aging Nick Chubb.
Yeah, who has half of a knee.
Yeah.
But I love Nick Chubb, so I hope he actually does well. But no, I know that's good. I'm glad there's a couple of differences in our picks. It'd be really boring if we just went all the same. NFC East, I hate to do this, but I have to pick the Eagles again. As much as I love Jaden Daniels, and I think there may even be 3 teams from this division that go to the playoffs.
Yeah, sadly, go Birds.
Yeah, go Birds. NFC West. I think I'm gonna go Rams. It's really as long. It depends on Matthew Stafford.
I sold out on the Airstream trailer. The
you
Airstream trailer. I'm out on Matthew Stafford. Like, what's going on there?
I guess for those of you who don't know, he was placed in this. What would you call it? It's like it wasn't really a tent. It was a
no. That's the name of the trailers. Those Airstream trailers. I actually learned it from a song. But
nice.
Yeah. So and that's where he's been doing his medical It's almost kind of like what is that medicine that you do from home? Homopathical or homo? I don't know.
Eucalyptus, dude.
Yeah, something like
Eucalyptus.
But
I don't know. It did concern me. I don't know what's going on in there.
Yeah.
Maybe he's turning. They're like doing some type of X-Men bullshit to him. Which, in that case, yeah, I'm definitely picking.
Well, then I would bet that.
Rams.
But yeah, no, I don't know. It's too shady for me.
Too shady. Who are you going for?
Who are we going with?
On the NFC West, I'm going the 49ers as a resurgence.
Okay, yeah, because they were kind of a bummer of a team last year.
Well, they had so many injuries. So
right.
like,
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
it was just one after Brandon Ayuk, obviously Christian McCaffrey. Literally right before the first game was like, my Achilles is not as good.
players getting shot.
Yeah, but Ricky Pearsall getting shot. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. It was just like it was a really bummer of a season. So I don't mind that. And
Yeah.
I mean, they still got shot. They still have Shanahan. Shanahan's still a good coach. I actually think the NFC West is going to be a lot better this year than they were last year.
Yeah.
NFC North. I got a prediction that I don't think you're gonna like. I don't think Detroit's gonna win it.
I picked the same thing.
Really, I got the Packers.
I picked the Packers too.
Oh, okay, cool. See, it's just the Detroit is such a big question mark for me. And because obviously with Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn not being there, but their schedule last year was really easy. Mm-hmm. They play the NFC East this year and the AFC North this year. Two divisions that are no cakewalk.
Nope.
Not even a little bit. So their schedule is a lot more difficult. Dan Campbell, I love Dan Campbell. We love Dan Campbell.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be a lot harder, a lot more challenging with completely new coordinators and harder schedule. I don't see it.
Again, this is a Bengals situation where we don't think they're going to get wiped off the face of the earth, but to win the division back to back, especially this division where you have the Vikings that still have Kevin O'Connell and they still have talent on that team.
They have a lot of talent, especially with JJ coming back.
Yeah. I mean, JJ's a little bit of an unknown, but I trust in Kevin O'Connell.
He's the quarterback whisperer.
He's the quarterback whisperer. And then basically Ben Johnson, probably the other, quarterback whisperer 1B. Mm-hmm. He's going to be coaching the Chicago Bears.
Yep.
So,
and honestly, Chicago doesn't have a bad team either.
They're pretty talented as well.
I mean, Roma Dunze should be coming and make a splash. Obviously, they still have DJ Moore. Caleb Williams may actually finally find a groove because he's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, Ben Johnson at the helm. Like their defense wasn't bad. And
they picked up Dennis Allen in the offseason, too, who we know is a good defensive coordinator.
Yeah, just don't ever, Chicago, please do not ever promote him to a head coach, please.
He'll look appealing, but that's where he gets you.
Yeah, exactly. He's a good Robin to your Batman.
Yeah,
that's what he is. All right, and last but not least, the South, the least, NFC South.
Not the Saints.
Not the Saints. I'm gonna go with Tampa just because, I know it's a safe pick, but Baker looked good last year. Their team is talented, stacked from top to bottom. They had the biggest and the smallest guys in the NFL on that team at one point. Did you see that?
Oh,
they drafted the big guy from Florida, I think it was.
Yeah, it was the defensive lineman. He was 445 pounds.
Yeah, they cut him, but because he was too fat.
He never practiced.
Yeah, well, I mean,
he couldn't practice.
Yeah, he was just too big. But it was kind of funny. They had both of them stand next to each other. One was 5'4" or something, and he was 400 pounds or whatever. Anyways, I got Tampa Bay. Bucky Irvin is going to be awesome. They got the Ohio State receiver. I can't pronounce his last name.
Mbuka. It's like kombucha, but Mbuka.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Yeah.
And Chris Godwin, fucking Mike Evans. They're gonna be good. Honestly, here's my bold move. I think Carolina is gonna be better than the Falcons.
Ooh.
That's my bold take of the NFC South here because I think Tampa Bay is gonna win, and I think they're gonna be the only team to go to the playoffs from this division. But I think Carolina might surprise a little more people. I just hope if New Orleans Saints does anything, if they can win 2 games and it just be Atlanta, I'd be happy.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's fine with me too. I can live with that.
Yeah.
2 wins, both being Atlanta. Well, I'll take that in a heartbeat. But yeah, I went with the boring pick as well. It's the Bucks. I just there's not enough assurances for me with any of the other teams in the South that they're going to make the next step.
Yep.
Even though this has kind of been a garbage division for like the last 3 years, nobody seems to ever win the division. So yeah, I went with the Bucks.
I mean, last year it looked like it was like everybody was trying to give it away.
Yeah,
it was terrible. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. It's not like the glory days back in the 2000 teens when we had we had Matt Ryan, Drew Brees, Cam Newton, and then the
famous Jameis.
Yeah, famous Jameis, dude. That was a fucking time to be an NFC South fan.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But yeah, all right, those division. Let's see. I
went with the boring picks for the AFC champion and the NFC champion. I went Baltimore versus the Eagles.
For the Super Bowl?
Yeah. So the AFC champion, Baltimore Ravens, NFC champion,
Eagles.
I didn't really have them. I didn't pick the conference championship games just because I have no idea. I just know I think those two are going to come out.
I've got 49ers and Ravens.
Ooh.
With the Ravens winning the Super Bowl.
So you were betting hard on the I got the Ravens winning the Super Bowl too. Yeah, okay, so you like the 49ers a lot.
I like them. I mean, it's just if everybody stays healthy, I think they're a much better team than people give them credit for. Like they're
just because they looked so sad last year.
They looked very sad last year, but I trust Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch to get that team back to going. They made some moves, made sure that they were set themselves up. Just stay healthy. They've got a good team.
Yeah. Yep.
You got anything else in the NFL?
That's about it.
All right, college football. Week zero, we actually had some fucking football that meant something.
That was so nice.
Yeah, it was not a good gambling day for me, though. It was not a good one.
It's just tough. It's tough for the first week.
First week is always tough.
They had some good games, though. Stanford versus Hawaii, 20-23. That one came down to the last second field goal.
Yep.
Iowa State, Kansas State was a good game. I was not expecting the turnout. I thought Kansas State was gonna basically walk all over them.
Yeah.
A lot of people were upset, and rightfully so. They didn't know it was in Dublin. I didn't realize it was in Dublin until about an hour before the game started.
Yeah. It wasn't advertised as much for it being a Dublin.
And I know you picked the over, right?
Did I pick the over? No, I picked the spread. I picked the spread Kansas State -3.
You didn't pick the over in that game.
Not that game.
I know if quite a few people picked the over. I was going to pick the over until I figured out it was in Dublin. And I know it rains in Ireland all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And that caters to unders. So I'm glad I picked the under on that one. That was a nice pick for me. I did, however, see that of the 5 games, 3 of the unders hit, 2 of the overs hit. I don't know what to make with that information other than it's kind of a coin flip.
I think you just, you crush it up, you throw it in the trash, and, we wipe our slate clean.
Yeah.
Let's go into week 1, an actual number.
Yes, an actual number,
Yeah.
correct. I will say one more thing from week 0. Idaho State was plus 31.5 or something like that. And against UNLV, and that was the easiest lock I've ever. That was one of the easiest bets I've ever bet.
You almost would have been able to get that money line had UNLV came back from 14. In the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
A little rough start for Dan Mullen. He's been in the booth a little bit too long. He's gonna. That was a wake up call for him.
It's been a couple of years since he coached, right?
Yeah, I think he was the last coach since Billy Napier. At Florida, he was. Billy Napier preceded him, so that had to be about 3 years at least.
He preceded Billy Napier. I think that's how it goes.
Or Billy Napier, precede, whatever. It's a big word.
Lots of words. Yeah. So
before we get into week 1, I want to go over LSU real quick, just because we're South Louisiana boys. We're in South Louisiana.
We don't know words.
I don't know words. Yeah, no, we're no good. Stoked for this year. Can't fucking wait. I think this is one of the more talented LSU teams that we've had in a long time, probably since 2019.
Well, we mimicked Ohio State's strategy.
Correct.
So our roster, though, it might not be $21 million. It's worth $18 million, which makes no sense.
No, it's wild. I love every single thing about our team. It's like obviously our O-line is going to be the weak point, but when you practice against a D line like ours, a top 5 D line like ours, you're not going to look the best. It's not going to be great.
Yeah, but also Brian Kelly that's his background.
Yeah,
his offensive lineman. So like if your weak spot is your head coach's strength, I'll take that any day.
Any day. Wide receivers are fast as fuck, boy.
They are very fast.
Fast as fuck, boy. I love our depth at running back. I know our freshman guy, JT Lindsay, got arrested.
Yeah. Maybe didn't help the depth as much,
but I do. Cade Durham is healthy. Mm-hmm. Caleb Jackson, I think he's a workhorse. And then who do we have?
Harlem Berry,
yes. He's a little bulldog, isn't he?
He's kind of should be more a little bit of speedster, but
speedster.
But yeah, and actually, whenever JT Lindsay got arrested, which that's still they're still working that through the courts. Maybe not most positive outlook, but they started moving some other people around. So Xavier and Thomas, who's a wide receiver, they started playing him at running back, and then Juwan Johnson. Was it Juwan Johnson?
Yeah, it's Juwan Johnson.
Okay. I was thinking I was getting mixed up with the tight end for
the Saints.
Yep. But he's kind of like the Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
He can play quarterback. They've thrown him in running back.
Tight end.
Throwing him in tight end, wide receiver. I'm pretty excited to see him on the field.
Yep.
He's going to be like our Taysom Hill.
Yep, I agree. The D-line, like I said, is top 5. They might even be top 3 in the nation. They're so good.
Potentially. We made great improvements last year. We bought a lot of players this year from the transfer portal. There's a lot of talent, and I love your enthusiasm.
Top 3.
I love your enthusiasm about it. But
Harold Perkins is going to be nice. They're going to put him at the star position, which is going to help out a lot.
Yeah, he's been supposedly shining there.
Yep.
Whit Weeks is back. He's a dog at linebacker.
He's already getting nominated for awards.
Yeah, they actually brought in a transfer, Brendan Gooden, from the defensive lineman. Inside lineman that actually has been tearing up, and apparently he's like this undersized little defensive lineman that nobody gives any credit for, but he has been blowing things up. He's one. I think it's not Goodman, it's Gooden. But yeah, and then another transfer that we brought in, Monsieur Delane, the cornerback from Virginia Tech. He's been tearing things up and locking a side down, which is not what we've seen in a while from our cornerback. So, and then, not to mention.
I was actually going to go a different direction. Virginia Tech reminded me that we have that center from Virginia Tech that played against Clemson last year. They transferred now on our offensive line. But continuing on where you were going,
I was going to say also it helps when you have a 6'5" cornerback, DJ Pickett.
Yes, and actually that is the name for a cornerback, not a quarterback, a cornerback.
Yes,
DJ Pickett.
Yes,
6'5". Fast as fuck, boy. Huge wingspan. I cannot wait to watch this kid play.
Yeah, he's going to be incredible.
Wait. Yeah, no, I'm pumped. I got a future on LSU winning the national championship. I got a future on Garrett Nussmeier being the Heisman.
I did put that one.
Yeah, this is gonna, in my brain, it's gonna be 2019 all over again. So this is, and here's the thing: Brian Kelly has to win. He can't win less than 10 games. He can't go 9-4 again. He can't, because that's been his MO the last couple of seasons. He has to do well. 10+ wins, easy. He has to.
Agreed.
All right, week 1, LSU versus Clemson. Obviously, Cade Klubnik's gonna just eat grass all day. He's not gonna do shit. Keep contained. Harold Perkins is gonna eat. Let's go. Yeah, I know. Look, I know Dabo Swinney's a good coach, and I know Clemson's gonna be a very, very formidable foe. They got the fake Death Valley.
that we're going to be going to. And, I still think LSU's going to win. We have to win. We have not won the first game of the season since 2019.
Yep.
We have got to win.
Yep.
Start the season strong. Anything else from that game? Any little tidbits?
No, I agree. It's going to actually a rematch of the 2019 national championship game.
Mm-hmm.
So that I mean, you're going to hear
42-25?
Yeah.
42-25.
I mean, you're going to hear that a lot of times. I would imagine about 50 times during that game.
Oh, yeah, the announcers are going to love that. Kirk Herbstreit's going to say it like 15 times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's going to make so many like correlations and references from that game to this game.
Yep.
It'll probably get annoying at a certain point, but hey, it won't matter to us because college football will be back.
Exactly. And that's all I care about.
Yeah. So, but essential. It's absolutely essential that LSU gets off to a hot start because the next two games are actually going to be kind of cakewalks. So, you'll be able to recover. And then with that type of momentum, it'll be a good start for the season.
Yes, I agree. Another big game, the first game, Texas-Ohio State. This is in my opinion, Ohio State minus 2.5 is the easiest bet. Is the second easiest bet behind Idaho State. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
I'll pick Texas.
You pick Texas plus 2.5?
No, I'll pick Texas money line.
Oh Lord, in my opinion, I think I loved how you saved it because we talked about this off air.
I held it in.
I think Ohio State minus 2.5 might be the easiest money I've ever. But I guess you disagree. Okay, explain.
So, Ohio State just announced this week that their quarterback's going to be Julian Sayin. Obviously, he's going to be a great quarterback, great talent, got great guys that he's going to be able to throw to, Jeremiah Smith and such. But in a big marquee matchup in the first game of the season, I'd like to see somebody that's maybe been in the program a little bit longer, been also maybe have a little bit more game time experience, even though I know Arch Manning's not had much.
2 games.
But at least some sort of experience. And let's not forget that Ryan Day has always been a coach that could not win the big games.
Yeah, but
he had a lot of trouble winning the big games.
He won the national championship last year.
So we're just going to erase that for good?
Yeah.
That's all is forgiven.
I think he kind of moved over the hump.
Now he's Nick Saban.
No, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you. That's a big jump. you missed a lot of middle ground.
You just said it. All is forgiven.
No, it's not all is forgiven. He's not the guy who can't win the big one anymore. If I'm saying they've got the best defensive player in the nation. They have arguably the best wide receiver in the nation. They have another giant or another I don't know how much they paid, but it's probably close to $21 million again.
Yeah. But Texas has all those players too.
Dude, Texas is stacked. I understand that, but I'm just saying I just don't trust Arch Manning yet. I have to. I'll give you this. In the 2 games he played last year, he played really well. I can't remember which games they were. But he did. I do remember he played really well in those games. I gotta. All right. You know what? This will be good. This is good. Like you said. Like I said earlier. I don't like when we pick the same teams every single time. I like when we pick different teams.
Exactly.
I know we're gonna pick the same one on this one. Notre Dame versus Miami.
Notre Dame versus Miami.
Miami plus 2.5. I'm going Mario Cristobal. I hate Notre Dame. I do like Marcus Freeman though.
I honestly, Miami is actually my pick of the ACC this year.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit more of a surprise, because definitely Clemson is getting all the favor.
Mm-hmm. That's who I picked.
But Mario Cristobal is a good coach, and he has spent a lot of effort and a lot of time getting a lot of talent on this team.
Yep.
And I think it's going to pay off. And I think Carson Beck gets shit on because, rightfully so, I mean, he's a douchebag, but he can play football.
Also, yeah, if you're going to Snapchat a girl asking for her titty pic, be a little better about it.
He doesn't do any favors to himself off the field.
No, he does not. Oh, man. And, whatever. Yeah, I like tits just as much as the next guy, so I can't really fault him for that.
Look, I mean, he could be abusing his girlfriend or driving drunk. If this is the worst for him, I think he's doing pretty well for himself.
Yeah, okay, all right, yeah. I agree. One other game I wanted to just throw out there. TCU versus UNC. The only reason I wanted to talk about this is because it's Bill Belichick's first game. How do you think Jordan's going to do? Jordan Hudson. Is it Jordan Hudson? Jordan? I don't know.
I think it is Jordan. I think you nailed the pronunciation.
Jordan Hudson.
Yeah.
Will she have a clipboard and some headphones on the sideline?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. All right. That's what I was wondering. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. She's hot.
Yeah, there's not going to be anything on the clipboard. It's going to be like, the child clipboard that you give to the kid, like,
Well,
so
like
they
whenever
feel
they're
like
playing,
important.
When they're playing video games, you give them a controller that's not plugged in.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's gonna be Jordan. Okay, that's kind of funny. I can't wait. This is one of those games that intrigued me. I wanted to see how Bill Belichick does in the college game.
Oh, I'm going to absolutely watch the game.
So
I will
excited.
stay far away from betting.
Yes. Oh God, yes.
Not even touching that game.
No. I wouldn't even know where to go with the over under.
No.
Not even the spread over under money line. I don't care. You could give me UNC plus 25.5, and I still wouldn't take it.
Yeah. I feel like Belichick, you got to go under.
Yeah, you're right.
Got to go under.
It feels under.
It feels very much under. Like, he's not going to care about how many points he scores. He's going to care about how he wins the game.
Yep. Real quick, let's go through the big conference champions. Big 12, I got ASU. Arizona State, I think that's going to be.
Ooh. They lost a lot of talent, but I do like their coach. And they actually do have a very good quarterback coming back.
They still have Dillingham?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kenny Dillingham.
Yep.
So, yeah, I love his spirit. I think he's going to be still top of the Big 12 for years to come. Mm-hmm. But I actually went with Utah.
I don't mind it. I looked at your paper. I don't mind that. I don't know too much about Utah, but I've heard that
they had a down year last year.
talent.
Yeah, they had a down year last year. They still have Kyle Whittingham as their coach. I mean, he's
been there forever.
Yeah.
For literally what? He's been there since 2005 or when Urban Meyer left, right? I thought he's
Possibly.
been there for that long.
I think you're right on that.
Yeah, he's been there for a very long time.
Yeah.
So and he's turned in good teams. I don't know how he's been adjusting to this whole transfer portal thing, but
I guess we'll see. ACC, you have Miami, I have Clemson. Big Ten, I got OSU.
It's the boring pick, but it's the right pick.
I mean, it's a talented pick, but I'm going to go with Penn State this year.
You think you want to talk about someone who can't win the big one?
Hey, look, a blind nut finds a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then.
Okay. I can't stand James Franklin because I get so pumped up for Penn State, Ohio State, or Penn State, Michigan State, or Penn State, Michigan. I get so pumped up for that shit, and he always lets me down.
They have a bunch. They have a bunch of talent. They still have their offense coordinator that was able to kind of revolutionize some stuff in their team last year. They still have the starting quarterback coming back, Drew Aller. They stole Ohio State's defensive coordinator, Knowles, which will be a nice point to see like what they did to beat Penn State last year and what they can do to actually beat Ohio State this year. So I think that, I think that they'll get over the hump and win the Big Ten, but I'm not picking them as like national champions or anything.
Yeah, but they're going to have to beat Ohio State.
They're going to have to beat Ohio State. Yeah, no, that's absolutely true, and I think that will happen.
And then last but not least, the SEC, I got LSU.
I really want to do LSU. I went Texas. Probably safe bet type of thing. But
well, I mean, you're like, I feel if you got Texas beating Ohio State, then yeah, you got to go all in with Texas.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, look, Sark, good coach, great coach. Even he pumps people up. He's a great recruiter. He gets talent. Texas is just a cesspool for just acquiring the most talented players in the nation, and you can't go wrong with it. Like
when you give out the most amount of Lambos, it's hard to not get talent.
Yeah, they're not Oklahoma. It's not Oklahoma. They're top to bottom defensively. They're incredible. I think they have another good defensive line coming in.
Oh, yeah.
And again, they're just, yeah. It's they're nasty.
Whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, that's my college football preview.
Did you have anything else before I get to the most important news of all time?
Well, I mean, if you're gonna, hype it up to that extent, no, I don't have anything that's gonna match that I would want to interrupt with.
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are engaged.
Oh gosh.
That's yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy for them. I don't know what to say. I'm so taken aback. I'm so happy for them.
Are you tearing up?
I might be tearing up a little bit. I hope it's not a distraction for Travis. I'm really concerned about him. I don't
Is that
know.
because you picked him in the West?
It is. It's a little bit of a distraction. Okay.
Oh gosh.
I'm worried now.
Did you put a future on them to go to the conference championship?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Sweet, dude. It feels good to get back in here, man.
I know.
Feels
This feels
talking,
really natural.
I can't. I miss talking sports. It's tough. Sometimes we busy lives and shit. But yeah, we'll be back so hopefully every Tuesday.
Yep.
Every Tuesday we'll be back doing it. But yeah, you got anything else?
I think that wraps up a good first episode back.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. All right. Well, we will see y'all next week. Love y'all.
Later.